Long post, my best friend got kidnapped, and I was the one who found her. I don't usually post on Reddit, but if I've learned anything from the last year, it's that bottling things up just eats you alive. This isn't some made-up creepypasta. This actually happened. And sometimes I still wake up hearing her voice in my head. If you've ever wondered what it's like to live through something you'd normally only see in a movie, well, buckle up. The setup. Me and Hannah. Hannah and I have been best friends since we were 10. We grew up in the same neighborhood, had sleepovers almost every weekend, and by the time we hit our 20s, we were more like sisters than friends. She was the brave one, the kind of girl who would drag me into haunted houses on Halloween or convince me to skip studying to go on late-night drives with the windows down, screaming along to whatever song was blasting. I was the cautious one, the planner, the worrier. The last normal night we had was at my apartment. We ordered pizza, binge-watched a crime documentary, and she joked, if I ever get kidnapped, you'd totally be the one to crack the case and save me. I laughed. Don't put that pressure on me. Neither of us knew how horribly close to the truth that was. The night she vanished, it was a Friday. Hannah had a late shift at the cafe where she worked. She texted me at 10:17 p.m. Almost done. Wanna hit the diner after? I said yes. She never showed. At first, I thought she bailed. Typical Hannah. Spontaneous. Maybe she ran into someone she knew. But then she didn't reply to my texts or my calls. By midnight, I was calling her sister. By 2 a.m., we were driving around town, retracing her usual routes. The police wouldn't take it seriously until 24 hours passed. She's an adult, they said. She could have gone off with friends, waited out. But I knew something was wrong. The first clue. 2 days later, the police finally traced her phone. Last ping. An abandoned warehouse district outside town. I begged to go with them when they searched, but of course, they told me to stay home. They found nothing. Just Hannah's phone, screen cracked, tossed in the dirt. The cops started leaning toward theories I hated. Maybe she ran away. Maybe drugs. Maybe she just wanted a break. I wanted to scream. This was Hannah. She texted me literally every morning. She didn't just vanish. So I started looking myself. Obsession. I combed through her Instagram, her Snap, even her Venmo transactions. That's when I noticed something weird. 3 days before she disappeared, she'd been getting DMs from some account with no profile pic. Stuff like, you look so pretty at work today. I saw you walking home. You shouldn't be out so late. Chills went through me. She hadn't mentioned it to me. I brought it to the cops. They shrug. Could be spam. Could be a troll. Without threats, it's not much. So again, I did the digging myself. The username was lostboa_93. No real name. No posts, but the creep had been tagging his location in random old photos. One of them, the same warehouse district where her phone was found. I swear my blood went cold. Following the trail, I roped in my cousin Matt, who's good with tech. He managed to pull an IP address from one of the guy's posts. It led to an area 20 minutes out of town. I should have given that to the police. I should have stopped, but I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. All I could hear was Hannah joking, you'd save me if I got kidnapped. So one night, I drove out there. The road was dark, surrounded by trees. My GPS led me to this rundown farmhouse with boarded-up windows. My heart hammered so hard I thought I'd pass out. That's when I saw it. Parked by the side of the house, a dusty old car with Hannah's bright blue jacket draped across the backseat. The first mistake. I didn't call the cops. I called Hannah's phone. To my shock, someone picked up. A man's voice, low and rasping. You shouldn't be here. The line went dead. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the phone. I ran back to my car, floored it all the way to the police station, screaming at them to go check the farmhouse. When they finally went, the place was empty. No Hannah, no jacket, nothing. I'd blown it. He knew I was onto him. Cat and mouse. The next week was hell. I kept getting calls from a blocked number. Whenever I answered, I heard nothing but breathing. Then, one night at 3 a.m., a text, she's still alive. For now. I almost threw up. Every day felt like a countdown. I couldn't focus on work, couldn't talk to anyone. People started saying I was obsessed, that I needed to let the cops handle it. But how could I? They weren't doing anything. That's when the videos started. Short clips sent to my phone. Hannah, blindfolded, tied to a chair, sobbing. A man's voice behind the camera saying, she keeps calling your name. I've never felt so helpless. The breakthrough. It was Matt again who helped. He noticed the sound of a train whistle in the background of one of the videos. We checked maps and realized only one freight line ran close to the farmhouse area. We started driving those tracks for hours until finally we found it, an old, half-collapsed storage building near the tracks. We didn't call the police this time, not yet, because in that moment, I felt something unshakable. Hannah was in there. The rescue. Matt stayed in the car, ready to call 911 if I didn't come out. I crept inside with nothing but a flashlight and a crowbar I'd grabbed from his trunk. The place reeked of mold and rust. My beam cut through the dark, landing on broken furniture, graffiti, piles of trash. My stomach twisted with every step. Then I heard it. Faint, muffled, someone crying. I followed the sound down a hallway, my heart threatening to explode. And there she was, Hannah, tied to a pipe, gagged, eyes wide when she saw me. I dropped the crowbar, sprinted to her, fumbled with the knots. Tears blurred my vision. That's when I heard footsteps behind me. The confrontation. I spun around, and he was there. Tall, gaunt, eyes wild. He had a knife. You shouldn't have come, he hissed. Time slowed. My hands were shaking so bad, I could barely hold the crowbar, but when he lunged, instinct took over. I swung hard. The crack echoed through the room. He collapsed, groaning, the knife clattering away. I grabbed Hannah and ran. Matt was outside with the car running. We tore down that road like demons were chasing us. Hannah sobbed in the back seat, whispering my name over and over. We didn't stop until we hit the police station. Aftermath. The guy. His name was Daniel. Tierce was some drifter with a history of stalking women. They found evidence he'd been watching Hannah for months. Journals, photos, plans. He survived the crowbar. He's in prison now. Hannah. She's alive, but she's not the same. She startles at loud noises. She doesn't go out at night anymore. She's in therapy, but some nights she calls me crying, saying she still hears his voice. And me, I can't forgive myself for that first mistake, for calling instead of just waiting for the cops, for tipping him off. But every time Hannah looks at me and says, "You saved my life," I wonder if maybe, just maybe, I did something right. That's the story. I know this is long, but if you read all the way through, thank you. Maybe now you understand why I can't just move on. It's like living through a movie, except there's no credits, no ending theme song, just memories that won't let me go.